Nope.
Hey, what is up you guys? I'm James from Reptiles and welcome to my reptile room. In today's video we have a few updates I want to go over. The main one being the lily white crested gecko. We do have eggs on the ground and I'll get to that in a moment, but let's go take a look at her. So she's currently in this enclosure right here with a male and a few females. I did deep clean this enclosure just recently, so everything's fresh, all new dirt, and of course, because it's all clean, the plants don't like to stick. But she should be. And just like that, there is my girl. You guys can't tell. I can tell she's definitely a lot thinner. Oop. She's definitely a lot thinner. Now, like I said, we do have eggs. I don't think they're going to be good. They did not look fertile when I candled them, and they were quite dented actually. So I saw her in the lay box late last night. Came back and checked on her about a half hour later. She was still laying. So I left her alone and I came and collected them. First thing this morning I got out of bed and I ran over to the reptile room and pulled the eggs out. Now, like I said, unfortunately they don't look good. That is very common with, you know, the first clutch from a female. You know, she doesn't always know what she's doing. Her body's not always ready. But she is upwards of 35 grams, I'd have to say. Just by looking at her, and that is her first clutch. So I give it about a month, 3.5 weeks maybe, and hopefully we should be seeing another clutch from her. And hopefully that clutch is good, because the lily whites are still really high in price. I was looking on MorphMarket just the other day, and the lowest I saw were about $800. And I mean, look at how gorgeous this female is. If I could have a clutch with just one in it, that would be absolutely spectacular. You know, $800 is literally my rent. You know, if I could have a clutch hatching every month that literally pays my rent, that would be absolutely insane. So we'll take a look at those eggs and then we'll talk about some leopard geckos. Don't look down there. There's a little surprise down there for our next video. So here's the incubator. You can tell by the symbol, the light inside, the fan, the probe, everything's plugged in, except for the heat tape actually. So the probe is plugged into my Herpstat 4, but when this was put together by a friend of mine, he used this plug. It's old and that's perfectly fine, but this part where it comes out at the bottom is actually a problem, because a Herpstat, I don't know how well I can show you guys this, but the probe is right underneath the plug. So this doesn't work. It has to either come out the back or possibly off to the side. So that doesn't plug into my Herpstat, which for right now doesn't really matter, because they're just crested gecko and gargoyle gecko eggs. But we can look right here, my gargoyle eggs. This one is absolutely massive. I keep saying it, I've been saying it for 2 weeks, but any day now that should hatch. It's just over 2 months. If we come to the crested geckos, we have a couple clutches that are due any day now. See how there's all the sweat on top of this one? What was on top of those just the other day? So really any day. All these up here are looking good. These ones kind of yellow, but they still look good. Come down here. These ones look pretty good. And then we come to this. This is all from that project. These ones aren't doing so great. I can kind of tell they're starting to mold a little bit. I don't think they're going to do well. And then we have the lily whites right here. And I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but they're both really dented. So I was hoping putting them in here would kind of help that, you know, when they soak up moisture. A lot of times they can fix some of the denting, but the fact that they aren't fertile just makes me think that there's kind of no hope for them. And that is what it is. I kind of knew that going in. But for the time being, we can just sit here and hope everything goes well with those and wait for another clutch from her. So now let's talk about the leopard geckos, shall we? We have this rack all set up with heat. We have all these leopard geckos in here. I did have a friend give me this gecko for free. She's just a female, a high orange normal. So I put her with my tangerine tornado group. She wasn't cooled, so I doubt she's gonna ovulate. But I figured rather than sell her for 30 bucks, I could try to breed her and make like $10, $50 babies. Who knows? But if she doesn't decide to breed, that's fine. I can always end up selling her or something. But so kind of take that out of frame there. This rack hopefully should have some geckos in it. I took Tuesday off work. I will be receiving, I think it's nine leopard geckos I ordered wholesale. I don't know, I don't know how to blur that out. This rack right here hopefully should have some geckos in it this week. I took Tuesday off of work to receive some animals wholesale, some leopard geckos, some really nice stuff. Well, some nice compared to what I can get. There's a lot of stuff that I don't even try because, you know, it's labeled albino and I don't trust them because I know they don't know what strain of albino it is. And I don't really want to sell that, so I would pick other things I can find on there. But I did, not to get into too much detail, but there might be a problem with that shipment. So it may or may not come. It may get canceled. If it does, then I'll probably take that money and buy a thermostat for this, the one that I know will work. We do have another incubator in the works. It is really big. It's bigger than this. It's got like a orange glass front. And I imagine I'm going to put it down there where the fish tank is, pull the table out a little bit, just kind of leave the table floating. That is in the works, so hopefully soon we will be seeing that. And let's see, I emptied that tank, cleaned that tank. This one's currently empty. So this is up next to deep clean. I'll probably end up doing that Tuesday because I have Tuesday off. And we'll just slowly rotate everything over. So that's going to be it for this kind of update. It was mainly about the crested geckos. I was so hyper last night just thinking about it. I kept talking about it to my girlfriend. I kept checking on her. And eventually I was like, hey, she's not doing it quite yet. It is her first time. She's going to take a little bit longer. Just let her do her thing, and I'll come back in the morning. Now, there are a couple more geckos in here that I felt eggs in, so hopefully soon, because I haven't really got any good eggs from this group yet. This is my quad stripe group. It's going to be super, like last year, it was kind of throwing, not to say garbage, but geckos that are kind of mixed match. They don't have like a specific morph. They're kind of like brown with a little bit of pinstripe with a little bit of Dalmatian spots, and it's kind of, they're hard to sell because people want to know what they are. And honestly, when you have something like that, it's hard to give it a specific name. So I have a couple different females in here this year. I have a couple nicer stuff on the way for maybe next year. So hopefully we'll see some good stuff out of there. And the Dalmatian group has been laying really good for a little while, so I think I have like 6 or 7 clutches from there. And of course the gargoyle group, I forget what the date on that last gargoyle clutch was. 2/6. So give her 2 more weeks and hopefully we'll see a 3rd clutch. Hopefully it'll be 2 eggs again. That's just amazing. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that definitely helps out the channel. Stay tuned for, you know, the ball python video, of course, but the 3rd video this week, that one enclosure I couldn't show you, I'm really excited about that, and I think you guys might be too. So make sure to stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.